In the 1930s, a young man stood on the tarmac of a small Missouri airport, mesmerized by the roar of engines overhead. His name was Robert, but the world would come to know him differently. He was Robert Keith Gray, and while his name faded into the footnotes, the company he would help build soared higher than he ever dreamed: FedEx. But this isn't Robert's story. This is about a different dreamer, Frederick Wallace Smith, a Yale student with a wild idea scribbled in a term paper, a paper his professor reportedly said would never work. Fred wrote about a system that could deliver packages overnight. It was radical, costly, and to many, impossible. But Smith didn't just believe it. He bet everything on it. Before FedEx, Fred flew in Vietnam as a Marine pilot. He saw the power of logistics firsthand, how speed and precision could change everything. That battlefield insight never left him. In 1971, he took his vision and founded Federal Express. He raised $91 million in venture capital, an unheard of amount at the time, and bought a fleet of 14 Dassault Falcon jets. From the outside, it looked bold. From the inside, it looked terrifying. In 1973, FedEx launched operations with deliveries to 25 cities. They moved just 186 packages on day one. The staff joked they handled more coffee than cargo. Money bled fast. Within months, they were losing $1 million a month. Investors grew nervous. Fred, he kept pushing forward. At one point, the company had just $5,000 in the bank. Not enough for fuel. So Fred flew to Las Vegas, played blackjack, and won $27,000, just enough to keep flying. Yes, the founder of FedEx literally gambled to keep his business alive. Talk about high-stakes logistics. If that's not a reason to subscribe to this channel, I don't know what is. The gamble bought them time. Fred negotiated new funding, got creative with routes, and leaned hard into the vision. Slowly, confidence returned. So did customers. By 1975, FedEx was moving 19,000 packages a day. It became the first company in the U.S. to reach $1 billion in revenue without mergers or acquisitions. The world started noticing. Time magazine called it the overnight success that took 10 years. But success didn't mean smooth sailing. Competitors circled. UPS launched its own air service. UPS had trucks, planes, money, but FedEx had something else. A culture obsessed with speed. Employees worked like a family. They called it the Purple Promise, to make every delivery count. They innovated constantly. In 1981, FedEx introduced the overnight letter. In 1984, they offered real-time package tracking, decades before Amazon made it cool. Tracking was revolutionary. Suddenly, customers could see their package move across the country. It wasn't just shipping anymore. It was transparency, reassurance, control. And then came the leap across oceans. FedEx expanded into Europe and Asia. It bought international carriers and built massive hubs in Paris and Guangzhou. By the mid-1990s, FedEx wasn't just competing, it was dominating. They moved nearly 3 million packages a day. Their purple and orange jets became icons in skies across the globe. And they never stopped evolving. In 1998, they acquired Caliber System and rebranded as FDX Corp. This allowed them to offer ground delivery alongside air, a full-service logistics empire. Then came the logo tweak. The hidden arrow in the FedEx logo? That was no accident. It symbolized speed, precision, movement, just like the company itself. But growth brings complexity and pressure. In the 2000s, digital communication exploded. Email, eFax, cloud storage. Suddenly, fewer people needed to overnight documents. Volumes changed. So FedEx pivoted again. They leaned into e-commerce, partnered with major retailers, built smarter warehouses. As shopping moved online, FedEx became the invisible bridge behind every click. Then came 2020. The pandemic shut the world down, but opened up a flood of online orders. FedEx became essential overnight. Volume skyrocketed. They didn't just deliver masks and gloves, they delivered hope, transporting vaccines across continents. Timing was critical, temperature mattered. FedEx rose to the challenge. They moved shipments through hurricanes, snowstorms, political unrest. The world on time wasn't just a slogan, it was a mission. In 2022, Fred Smith stepped down as CEO after 50 years. He handed the reins to Raj Subramaniam, but stayed on as executive chairman. A new captain, same course. Today, FedEx moves over 15 million packages every day. They operate in more than 220 countries. Their planes fly over 500,000 miles daily. But the story of FedEx isn't just about logistics. It's about belief, about how one man's impossible idea became the backbone of global commerce. It started with a college paper. Dismissed, forgotten. But Fred Smith turned that rejection into revolution. He didn't just build a company, he changed how the world moves. He once said, "Leaders get out in front and stay there." That's what he did, through turbulence, doubt, and even blackjack. And in doing so, he taught us something timeless, that speed matters, but so does courage. That innovation isn't born in boardrooms, but in boldness. FedEx became more than a business. It became a symbol that even in a world of chaos, some things still arrive right on time. So next time you see a package on your doorstep, remember, it traveled through storms, skies, and systems built on one man's dream. And maybe, just maybe, that dream started where all great ones do, on a runway with eyes lifted skyward, watching a plane disappear into the clouds. The story of FedEx isn't just about what it delivers. It's about what it represents: resilience, reinvention, and the relentless pursuit of what once seemed impossible. Because sometimes, a single idea, no matter how crazy, really can change the world, especially when it ships overnight.